Welcome to On the Floor with Dzoe Ahmed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Floor with Dzoe Ahmed, and thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Today we are talking about how to become fearless, which is one of the crucial things and crucial steps that we need in finding ourselves in the season of abundance and overflow, in the season where we are growing and learning, in the season where we are taking risks, decisions. And before I dive deep into the topic, I just wanted to say I am back full force on social media platforms. I am back on Instagram. I've been offline on Instagram for 4 months now, which is the longest break I've ever taken before. So I am so happy to be back and hoping my new Instagram will be blossoming flowers. Yes, and I'm hoping that the content that is going to be produced will be more meaningful and more engaging, as well as the Instagram will create more partnership for me. I am very much happy to be back on Instagram, and thank you so much to my friends who have started engaging on the new account. You can follow me. It's at Dzoe Ahmed. Yes, that's my Instagram. Now I said let's go full force with how my name is spelled. It's spelled as Dzoeahmed. Thank you so much. I really need champagne for this one. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share a message today, and the reason why I came out with this message for today is because I've been looking at my life, where I'm coming from, and some of the decisions that I've put in place to be in this position, and sometimes the decision that have created me in finding myself in a process of learning and relearning and different narratives. So we need to understand that we live in a world that is governed by fear, right? People, they always ask me, because I've traveled so much. People, they always ask me, are you not afraid to travel by yourself? I'm like, yo, that's a silly question, but I began to understand that fear is holding people so much, in terms of people finding what they truly love. Some people, they love traveling, but they can't travel because of fear. So I just want to give you what the dictionary says about fear. So fear is a false evidence appearing to be real. Shall I go deeper? It is an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by expectations of awareness of danger. You wake up until it becomes real. I had to mute so that I can hold it, because what fear does is, I know people who've got dreams of creating, but in the process of creating, they become, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. People, they'll laugh at me. And what fear does is, fear has stolen your idea. So when you are carrying fear, you are someone who's suffering from anxiety. It could be. And I identify steps or the variation of what causes fear in human beings. It can be caused by a variety of factors. It could be a response to your previous threat or danger, post-traumatic experiences, or even fear of unknown, of which we are living in a world where commercial advertisement is spreading fear of unknown. Like, for example, the world is about to end. Subscribe to my link to learn more, right? That's fear of unknown, and when you subscribe, they speak completely two different things. So those are things. And sometimes our brains are wired to dictate to respond to potential threat, which can trigger the fear response, right? Additional cultural and social influence, personal beliefs, individual experiences can also play a role in what causes fear in each person. It's a complex and unique emotion that varies from person to person. So that's how we define fear in terms of based on the analogy around science. and human nature and human behavior. This is more academic, right? But getting more into personal, because I'm a very personal girl, I'm a very internal girl, very realistic girl, beyond dictionary. I just want us to engage on a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like literally to talk about it. You know what happens is when you have fear screams more than you do. In your mind, we've got those voices, we've got two voices. There's the one voice that says, don't do it. And there's the voice that is so silent that says, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And the other one will say, don't do it. Don't. If you do it, we are done. That's how it commands that voice. So that fear, I like to analyze it as the devil. I like to analyze that voice as the negativity. So it is important for us to feel the fear and do it anyhow. Do it anyway. The fear says, a danger, danger, danger. It screams red, you know, like in a traffic light. It screams red. And you can feel your heartbeat. Right? And then the faith screams, opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. You know, faith is like faith is like a classy woman. Let me give you these two examples. We have different types of women, right? We have sophisticated and soft-spoken women, and then we have loud and radical, vibrant women, right? So fear comes in that form of loudness and very to say, you can't do it. You can't do it, baby. You can't do it. You can't do it. And faith, it comes to you in a very soft-spoken voice to say, you can do it. And most of the time, that voice, we don't listen. Because I don't know, because that voice scares us more than the one that says, you can't do it. Right? So I was saying you need to feel the fear and do it anyhow. And when the faith screams opportunity, it is important for you to understand that fear is not danger. Fear and danger are two different things, right? Fear is something that you have a strong emotional understanding or connection with. That this thing might potentially happen to me, but at the same time, this thing is not real, right? It's like an example is, you know, when I was young, I used to dream to say, oh my gosh, I want to travel the world. I want to travel the world. I just want to be inside the plane. And coming from a poor background, like from a rural narrative, my friends used to think that they used to think, when I'm getting money, you're just exaggerating. You know, your dreams are not realistic, because it was not realistic at the time when I had those dreams. But if I was not bold enough to chase those dreams, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I was not bold enough to really, really find faith in the process, I think fear would have taken over my life in terms of finding what I really and truly love to do. Right? And that was one of the examples but what I'm gonna say now is we are in a season, and as I said in my previous episode, that in a season of abundance, it needs you to take risk. It's either you risk to put in faith. You know, you don't need too much faith, you just need a little bit faith. And when you have a little bit faith, you can move mountains, right? Sometimes you don't need too much, you just need a little bit. And I know that it's crazy because you've been holding on and things are not working out. And sometimes people are giving up because of fear. Sometimes we've given trials, we've given tests in some of our dreams, and we failed, and fear told us that this is the end of us, and then we quit. And what happens when we quit? We carry anger. And when we carry anger, we close opportunities for ourselves in finding new connections, in finding what is the real cause and meaningful for us, in finding our core and identity. Because we are closed off, because we have closed off the opportunities that could have birthed new opportunities for ourselves. We've closed opportunities that could have opened us into finding how does faith look like. In the season we are in, we are no longer letting fear taking control. In the season that we are in, we are letting faith to manifest in everything that we do. In the season that we are in, we are taking charge of how our mindset is aligned with our vision. We are taking control on how we envision ourselves, even if we are hungry. In the season that we sit in, we are taking charge of how we see ourselves in the next coming 3 months, because we are capable. In the season that we are in, we are girls, we are abundance, we are able to save money so that we can create a sustainable future for ourselves. You know, one of the things that really, if you go bold, you break boundaries. Because when you go bold, you are able to break generational cases. When you go bold, you are able to create generational grace. You are able to create a significant impact because you have taken that decision that has been holding. You are able to make a significant impact because you are able to stand still and know what's right. And what's right is the voice that is silent in your heart, in your mind. It's the voice that is telling you you can do it, but you're not listening to this voice. What's right is the voice that is telling you that you are capable, but your co-workers are telling you that you're incapacitated. What's right is you believing in yourself because you are the bad bitch in the season. You know, like to be very, very crucial about this, I've worked with a number of people who uses intimidation to sabotage power. You know what happens when someone uses power to intimidate you is they install fear in you. So when that person installs fear in you, you being captivated, because you know, like, fear creates bondage, right? Oh my gosh, I love this topic. It's so crazy. So fear creates bondage, right? And when someone installs fear in you, which means the bondage that they've created, they hold you with that bondage. They never let you go because you belong to them. They control you. They move you. If they want to spank your ass, they must spank. If they want to choke you, they must choke you. You know, like, that's how a fear does, right? So I was saying about some of the people that I've worked with in different spaces, in different capacity. They have this intimidation to say, they come to you intimidating so that you can submit. But in that process of submission, you know, that fear that they install in you, it comes with undermining tone. Already, when you become submissive, you are already being captivated in fear your entire life. You can't voice because you're afraid. Oh my gosh, I'll say something that is wrong and they'll be angry. Oh my gosh, I'll say something that will hurt their feelings. But in this process, what it does is you lose interest. You lose interest either of the work that you were supposed to do at your core heart, right? At your full joy. You know, like I was talking the other day with my friend that, you know, there is so much fulfillment when you go to work and enjoy what you do, right? When you go to work knowing that, oh my gosh, I really appreciate my work environment. I really appreciate, I thrive in this space, I thrive in this season. But when you are in bondage, honey, no one is letting you go, no one is letting you breathe, because in that situation you are captivated, right? So that's how I'm just putting this as an example of fear. Because when you are surrounded by fear, you can't make a decision, because fear is telling you, you're mine, you belong to me, bitch. You're mine, you belong to me, you do what I say. And what you have to do is to sit your ass and get rotten in your couch and look miserable and look sad and look depressed and scroll on your Instagram till 3 a.m. stalking other people who started with the idea and become jealous. What I'm telling you in this season is, in this season we are leveling up. In this season we are breaking boundaries. In this season we are letting go of the spaces that we feel not appreciated. In this season we are letting go and taking the risk decision. And those risk decisions are to do it. And you know what's right for you. I don't know what's in your heart, but you know the right decision. You know, my mother always saying, young decisions always become adult problems. You know what's right for you. And what's holding you into doing that thing or that decision, that idea, is fear. If you are not bold enough, because this season needs you to fasten your balls. If they are too big, you need to tag them. If you can't carry your balls, I can give you a plastic bag to hold them. Because in this season, it needs you to bold up. And this season, it needs you to stand up tall so that people can understand. And in this season, can I drink tea for this? I'm trying not to be too savage here. I'm not here to throw shade. But sometimes, I just like to add a little bit of salt so that the conversation sounds good. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, guys, I'm just... Hi, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? There is... Hi, Lena. Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? I know so many people who are so miserable because they are afraid of letting go of certain spaces that they are undermined. They're afraid to stand up and say, hey now, get your shit together, because I'm not taking this type of treatment. Because of these people, they are holding to these spaces that are shrinking them. There's nothing like shrinking spaces. What I've realized, sometimes, if the space becomes small for you, which means it's the time for you to move. And the reason why they shrink on us is because we hold on to certain spaces. Even those spaces are not even as meaningful to us, So what I'm telling you in this season is, it needs you to be bold. I'm not talking about people who want to play kindergarten, right? I played kindergarten back in 2000s, right? Not in 2024, baby. I'm not here to play kindergarten. I'm not wasting my energy to give kindergarten information. This information is for consumers who are hungry for change. And if you are hungry for change, you'll say enough is enough. I am done with this. I am done with self-sabotage. I'm done sabotaging myself. I am done with this toxic relationship. I am done with this toxic work environment. I must stand up and do something. I must stand up and shout until the holes are broken. In this season, I must stand up and do it. I must stand up. I must wake up and approach opportunities in this season. The devil is a liar because I'm tired of living in bondage. The devil is a liar because in this season I'm breaking boundaries. The devil is a liar because in this season I'm taking what's rightful mine. The devil is a liar because in this season my ideas are my creation. In this season I am birthing my creation. In this season, I'm becoming creative with my project, on how I do things, on how I speak. In this season, I invest in my time. In this season, I invest in my mental wealth. In this season, I am not looking back on what my history looks like, but in this season, I am focusing in laying a generational grace. In this season, I am laying a foundation so that the name Dzoe Ahmed can be known in the history. In this season, I am laying an understanding because in this season, I am chosen. I made the decision that in this season, I will wake up and do what's rightful. And what's rightful is the voice that I've been holding on because I've been afraid that people, they'll think of shame. I've been afraid of trying and failing. I may not fail because this might be a test. I may not fail because I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to approach this season with bold decision. And that season, it needs you to start now. In this season, I cannot do it tomorrow, but I have to start in this point in time. I feel a little bit tired, but I might wake up and push myself. I feel a little bit hungry, but I might wake up and push myself. I feel a little bit tired, but I might wake up and do it. Because in this season, I'm a boss up. In this season, I don't care what people think of me. They may call you names, they may call you incapacitated, they may call you whore. But in this season, I'll show up as a ghost representation because I am chosen. In this season, I am chosen, I'm anointed, I am appointed. And I make that decision in waking up bold without fear. History might be holding me back, but I'm breaking chains. When I'm loose, they're gonna read about me because I fear no more. In the season, I need my balls tugged because I'm about to create generational grace. I know that fear has killed so many lives, but to tell you, honey, that in this season, I'll do what's rightful. In this season, I'll create and recreate up until I'm recognized, up until I am faithful. So I just need to pause a little bit and drink tea. Because in this season, I need to fuel up so that I can be able to speak eloquent. In this season, I need to fuel up so that I can be able to speak. Right? Who not whenever on the floor? Yo, guys, I'm enjoying it. So, guys, like, nobody gives a damn about your plans, right? And I've had this so many times on social media, in person. People, they want to see the results. However, you have to stand up boldly and do it. Never allow fear to steal your ideas. Because when fear does, you'll regret and you'll live your life in misery. It's never too late, baby, to do what's best for you. I don't know what's been holding you. I don't know what you're afraid of. But what I'm telling you now, in this season, it needs you to make a bold decision. And that bold decision is about standing up and doing. That bold decision is about standing up and seeking medical help. That bold decision is about standing up and seeking psychological help. That bold decision is about standing up and seeking your marital counseling. And that bold decision is about standing up and acquiring and accumulating generational wealth. But you need that decision. It comes with sacrifice, with hunger, faith, and determination. But what I'm telling you, you can do it. Just for you, let me take you back into science. In out of 60, so let me tell you this. Let me try to contextualize it nice. In every idea, only 1 out of 60 is actualized, right? So if one idea is actualized out of 6 ideas you have, I've heard so many bitches on internet saying, "Oh my gosh, he stole my idea, he stole my song, he stole my doodle, he stole my this, he stole my that." Honey, if 1 out of 6 ideas is actualized, so which means if per day you make 60 ideas, right, and you actualize one, the ratios, they don't balance. The ratio no balance, honey. Ratio no balance, it's not a square equation, which means every day there's an opportunities, ideas knocking at your door. Every second there's an idea knocking in your mind. There's an idea. But what is important is the implementation of that idea. What is important is how do you stand up and do it? Because if you're getting 60 ideas and you only manage to implement one, why then are you questioning if someone stole your idea because it's not yours, it was in the air and somebody managed to catch? But what I'm praying for you in this season, I want you to provoke yourself by start doing. Start creating YouTube channel if you're dedicated in making content. Create that YouTube channel even if you have 1 subscriber. Just do it up until you have 10. If 10 can change, if 1 can change 10, 10 can change 1,000, 1,000 can change 10,000. That's how we create a community. You don't need 1 million to create influence. You need 1. Remember, you can create an influence to your mother. You can create an influence in your family. And that influence grew to your community. That's how you build your community. Right? In this point in time, you can create an Instagram and start doing content. You can do something and be somebody. Remember, everybody is somebody. But it's only the difference how people, they say, oh, that person is somebody because of their financial status or their social status. What about you? Because fear is telling you that you are nobody. In this season, if you've been undermining yourself or people that have been undermining you need to shift the narrative to say, hey now, bitches, I am big. But in this season, I am not back with the revenge. I am back because I know myself. I know my worth, right? If my worth is in transit, why should I be my value should it be depreciating? If in the season I'm a go-getter, why should the spaces shrink when I'm creating spaces for myself? So in this season, I want you to be bold. I want you to be stronger, right? In this season, baby, I'm a catch, kill, and eat. Every negativity that comes my way, I will kill and feast on it. And when I feast on it, I shall rejoice, because in that season of feasting, that's when I am testifying that, oh my gosh, I was afraid. And I did it, guys. I made it, guys. Like, look at me, right? And people, they think, oh my gosh, you're so bragging. You're bragging. You're full of yourself. But they didn't know that you killed that negativity. You feast on it, right? Not knowing that it costed you sleepless night, investment, rejection, setbacks. But you were determined in producing, right? There's nothing that is like overnight. It's everything that we do. It's a process of investment. It's a process that you sacrifice even if the fear is telling you that you're not enough. So in this season, honey, I want you to be so bold in your identity. In this season, I want you to be so bold in who you are. In this season, I want you to be so bold in finding the meaningful, right? So I wanted to identify certain ways to overcome fear. It is important to face it head on. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. And for me, all my life, there is nothing that I can't say that I've had comfort, right? Everything I didn't have it. I didn't have a luxurious, rich family. I'm coming from a poor family, honey. I didn't have comfort. I don't know what comfort looks like. I had to sell in the street to make money for fees. I had to sell veggies in the street so that I can be able to buy clothes. That's how my life has been uncomfortable to create this meaningful environment for me. Remember that fear is a natural emotion, but it shouldn't hold you back from living your life fully. Surround yourself with supportive people. Practice self-care. Challenge negativity thoughts. You got this, bitch. If you got this, you can do it. Right? Like I said, if you're suffering from anxiety, from depression, from mood swings, please seek out, check out BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online tailored platform for your mental services or social psychological services. You can check out their services. You can access them across the globe. The good thing about BetterHelp is you can access them anyway, any given time. Either you are at the beach or you are in the restaurant, you can be able to make meaningful and healthy decisions. And bear in mind, overcoming fear is all about gradual step to confront what scares you. They say what doesn't scare you makes you what? Not. But if it scares you, makes you stronger. Because when it scares you, it means there is something beyond that, right? So take it as an exploration. My friends, they call me Dora the Explorer because I explore, even if the situation, like there is one thing, you guys, let me tell you about my exploration part. So I'm a very, very optimistic person, and sometimes I take in certain things that I know that I can't do it, and I challenge myself to do it. Even if I feel like, oh my gosh, this thing is dragging me with the neck. Oh my gosh, my heels. I'm like, hi guys, I champagne, yo. But I challenge myself to the core. And what I do is I surround myself with the expert, right? Guys, I surround myself with a legal expert, with an international expert, with economical expert, with a tax expert, so that I accumulate this wealth of knowledge, so that when I'm making decision, right, every decision on every step of my life, that is a big decision that I make, it's legally consultant, because I want to make meaningful decisions. So you need to have a supportive structure in different periods, either social, you need to balance, right? Life no balance. Yeah, life no balance. They say that. Nigerians, they say that. Life must balance, baby. You need someone with a legal understanding, right? Someone with an economical understanding, with a social standing. Like everything must stand, man. Why are you stopping? Like literally. Right? So that's where the exploration part is. I take certain things that knowing that I can't do it, but I challenge myself to do it. And when I do it better. And why? It's because I speak to God and say, God, I took this opportunity, knowing that in this season, I am taking this season as the season of learning. May this season be fruitful. May this season multiply. And may you open my heart to learning. In this season, I can't do it on my own. I need you to fill me with wisdom, with knowledge, with tools, so that I can be able to fully implement this opportunity. And this season, I might be short-handed, but oh Lord, I ask you to stretch my hands. I ask you to stretch my hands so that I'm able to fully implement this opportunity, so that the fruits can be as nourishing. And this season, Lord, I am not strengthened. May you give me strength so that I can fully implement this opportunity. In this season, my heart is broken, but I'm able to fall in love again, Lord. May you fill me up so that I can overflow and I can manage to give my partner love without compromise. In this season, Lord, I feel drained mentally. May you give me strength and peace of mind so that I'm able to engage with my colleagues at a peace of mind. In this season, I am turning fear into courage. But with determination and support, we can make it in this season. In this season, we are letting go of fear and finding ourselves. Before I leave you guys, I want to share a script with you. As the script, for those that have been following my new account, it reads as a Song of Solomon 1 verse 15. It reads, "Behold, you are beautiful, my love. Behold, you are beautiful. Your eyes are doves. How beautiful you are, my darling. How beautiful. Your eyes are like doves." May this scripture change you in this season, and may this word or this information, this wisdom, be meaningful to you. I don't know what season you are in, but I know that in the season there is so much fear and anxiety in your way. What I'm praying for, that in this season, may you find yourself, may you find that inner voice that is telling you to do, that inner voice that has been guiding you for many years and protecting you. May it continue to enrich you in this season. Once again, in this season, we are not taking setbacks. In this season, failure is not our opportunity, but we are killing negativity and feasting on it, because in this season, we are in abundance, we are overflowing. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me. It's been nothing but an excellent time, as well as a beautiful journey. I must say, this journey of on the floor has been one of my best projects that I've managed to produce over the years, and just want to say thank you so much to the team behind on the floor. Just to let you know that this project is the project that to enrich life, and to the team that is making it possible every week. Thank you so much. I love you so much for continuing supporting me, and thank you so much to different people who play different role in terms of setting influence to me. Every day is a journey where I'm just setting myself with so much inspiration, with love and joy. To my pastor, to my friends, thank you so much. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for liking my Instagram and following me here. I shall see you next week. And for those who want to hit me up, baby, you know WhatsApp, you know the right way. You can hit me up on my email. It's dzoeahmed@gmail.com, or follow me on Instagram at dzoeahmed. Once again, I am back with a bang. See you, Susies. Bye.